up? You rocking with Snitch, and I'd like to welcome you to the Hood on Live.
Copping please, pushing please, pushing please, pushing please, pushing please, snitch ass nigga, pushing please, pushing please, pushing please, pushing please, you snitch ass nigga. You told once back in the day, they should have knew your ass was snitching anyway. Pushing please, pushing please, who we be? Pushing please, snitch ass nigga, pushing please like MHB. You're pushing please, you're pushing please. Yeah. What's up, y'all? What's good with you? Good morning. This nigga Gunna is a whole rat out here. He on his MHB tip. Pushing please, copping please, snitch ass nigga. How y'all feeling this morning? Yeah. I hope everybody slept good this morning. I know I gotta give a shout out to those that tapped in with me early. Shout out to my boo, Missy. Appreciate you tapping in. As always, pushing please, pushing please, pushing please, pushing please. Like MHB, you niggas pushing please, pushing please, pushing please. Like MHB, nigga. Boy, the world is full of motherfucking rats. This shit is just sad, man. We got rat-ass rappers, supposed to be street niggas and thugs. We got rat-ass bloggers, supposed to be Crips and Bloods. And at the end of the day, I don't get this shit. I don't stand with this shit. And these niggas be some hoe-ass niggas. Y'all know how I feel about this whole rat shit, right? I'm sure you guys already know if you rock with me. And, I don't get even how street niggas try to be friends and be cool with rats. I did a whole live about that a few days ago. So y'all know I definitely didn't agree with this bullshit. So before we go into some of this content that I want to show you guys, I like to do it. I don't throw jackets on niggas based off my own personal opinion or just to have a story or for views and clicks. So if I call a nigga a rat, I got some kind of proof to validate what I say. But before we go into that, though, there's a few things I want to say about this whole situation. Now, I'm sure by now you guys are aware that Gunna took a plea deal where he basically admitted to racketeering and gang affiliation. And that's where one of the big problems come in at, because if anybody know how this court shit goes, they've been trying to, the prosecutor slash DA, what's good, sweet baby strawberries, appreciate you tapping in. The prosecutor slash DA, his whole goal is to prove to the judge and the jury that Young Thug is a leader of a gang called YSL. Young Thug's defense team is going against that claim and saying YSL is just a record label. It's not a gang. It's not nothing of that sort. So by Gunna taking this deal and being part of YSL, he's basically admitting that racketeering went on within the YSL organization. And he's also admitting that YSL is a gang. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that Young Thug would be found guilty, though, but it definitely helps the prosecution and the DA's case. So, that was one fuck up. My nigga Week said Thug in court right now. Yeah, this some fucked up shit. At the same time, though, we also got to blame Young Thug for this. And some of you guys are probably like, damn, Hood. It's bad enough Young Thug is getting told on by Gunna and a few other YSL members. Why would you turn around and say it's Young Thug's fault? Well, Young Thug was alerted and he was aware that Gunna was on Crime Stoppers before the fame, before his record deal. And y'all know how I am. I don't fuck with rats, snitches in real life, so I don't fuck with them on YouTube. You got a lot of so-called Bloods and Crips on this motherfucker that enjoys fucking with snitches and rats. They try to be friends with them for views, clicks, and opportunity. So that's why I look at them niggas the same as the rats. If you want to be friends with a rat, if you want to fuck with a rat on YouTube, you'll fuck with them in real life. And for what? Some views, some subscribers, if you even get that. There's no reason I should want to do business or affiliate myself with a rat. And that's just what it is. So back to what I was saying is, Young Thug was aware that Gunna had did a Crime Stopper. I don't know if it was an interview or what. So let's tap into the footage of Gunna on Crime Stoppers. This is where if Young Thug and YSL is a gang or was participating in any type of criminal activity, this is definitely somebody that shouldn't have been on his roster. So again, Young Thug has to take some of the blame for Gunna snitching on him because once a snitch is always a snitch. We seen Gangsta Williams, street nigga, alleged killer, turns around, say he tells on the dead, he's free. T.I., supposed to be a street nigga. We look up, he admits he tells on the dead too. 6ix9ine never was a street nigga, pretended to be one. He told on the whole gang. So the point I'm making is, once a motherfucker's a snitch or will tell, you could never trust that person. So y'all check out Gunna before the fame telling on Crime Stoppers.
I mean, it's a murder case. No one wants to go down for it. No one.
Devonnie Benton's younger cousin, Sergio Kitchens, says Benton is on trial for murder simply because his friends turned on him.
Just go to see like you ain't got no real friends out here. You know what I'm saying? I learned from that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not happy that it happened, but you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of good to see the be on the outside looking in.
Kitchens is now a member of the neighborhood rap group SPC, known as Shady Park Click, like his cousin once was.
That's why it's come back to that street word, snitch. No one's want to be labeled as a snitch. I don't want to tell on him because somebody might try to come kill me or someone in my family.
Kitchens says Benton first lied to police because he didn't want to rat out another member, Clarence Carter.
Everybody, like, know, like the streets know. And so everybody looking at it like it was wrong because this man would let my family member, you know what I'm saying, go down for something he did.
Right. Kitchens claims Benton and Carter were both wearing red the night Jasmine Lynn was shot.
It was just a coincidence of how it was put out. Like, they actually had on the same exact color. Okay. He just had on the hood, and Devo didn't. He had on a regular shirt.
Kitchens believes that mistaken identity played a big role in this case, and he knows one thing for sure, that his cousin is innocent.
And it's not right because you think you have one in jail for the crime, but it's not the right guy.
Okay, so what you guys just heard was Gunna saying his cousin who was there that night had the same color on as the killer of this individual, but his cousin is being blamed for it and in jail for it. And he clearly says the other person who was also wearing red was the one that did it. He said the streets know, everybody knows. That's clearly snitching, right? So now, we just seen this nigga snitch doing that Crime Stopper I don't know, we could call it an interview. So when you think about it, is it really shocking that this nigga snitched against Young Thug and YSL to get his scary hoe ass out of jail? You gotta realize, Pushing Please is a hit song with Future. So he can go on and continue to make music for however long he can survive and make money and live the life that he had recently. So he don't care about YSL. He don't care about Young Thug. Clearly, his whole goal was to get home. So again, if this nigga snitched on Crime Stoppers years ago, Young Thug should have knew he can't trust this nigga. Now I'm about to show you the footage of Gunna once again snitching, but this is in the Young Thug YSL case. Y'all pay attention.
Became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchen? Affiliated with YSL. I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
So you just heard this nigga Gunna admit that YSL is a gang and have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang. The gang. This is clearly fucking snitching, and he's not finished.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Snitching number 2. Him and Young Thug was pulled over. There were drugs and guns in the car, and he admitted that there wasn't his, which is nothing wrong with saying they're not yours, but he also admitted they belong to Young Thug. Let's continue.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
Please state.
Now she asks him, is his statement that YSL as a gang must end? That nigga said yes. But as soon as he was released, he tweeted out he did not get interviewed, he did not make any statements, he is not participating in any trial against Young Thug, and then boom, this video comes out. Snitch ass nigga. This nigga is on his most hated blogger shit. Let's continue.
After each statement, knowledge that members or associates of YSL.
And for those that may have not heard it, I'm going to play it again. I want you guys to hear clearly what she's asking him and what he's admitting to. Let's listen to it one more time, fully through without no interruptions.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
Please state after each statement.
So, like I said, we've heard this nigga snitch many years ago in the Crime Stopper interview for his cousin or homeboy, and now we just hear this nigga clearly tell in the YSL case that's currently going on. A rat is a rat. That's why I don't fuck with these certain YouTube niggas. I don't want no business with them. I don't want no affiliation with them. Y'all hear these niggas make up these excuses like, oh, well, it's YouTube, so it's okay that I fuck with a rat. We even heard so-called gang members say that where they from, they can do what the fuck they want. It ain't no code and it ain't no rules. And those are the worst niggas to stand next to. Any nigga who's a blood or a crip and don't know the code and the rules to this shit, or claim they make up their own fucking rules, that's a dangerous motherfucker. Cause that motherfucker will hang out with rats and tell on your ass if they felt the need to. That's the reason why as Crips and Bloods, we have this code. We have these rules to protect the gang. Now we got a bunch of gunners and most hated bloggers in the rap industry and on YouTube. Now, I got one more footage I want to show you guys about Gunna rap. So let's go ahead. Let me pull this up real fast. And then I'm going to drop the link for those that want to come up and voice their opinion on this whole story.
Rapper Gunna walked out of the Fulton County after pleading guilty to a racketeering conspiracy charge.
Authorities arrested him and fellow rapper Young Thug, along with more than 24 others earlier this year.
As Fox 5's Eric Perry tells us, Gunna's guilty plea does not necessarily mean he's guilty.
There is rapper Gunna, also known as Sergio Kitchens, took his first out Fulton County jail after taking what's called an Alford plea. These are the first moments Sergio Kitchens, or Gunna, was able to freely leave the Fulton County Jail Wednesday afternoon. Gunna entered what's known as an Alford plea in connection with one count in the RICO Act case against him. Metro Atlanta attorney Ryan Greathouse says, in simple terms, it's a type of guilty plea
where a criminal defendant is ultimately saying, I don't agree with the facts as they're alleged. I maintain that I'm innocent. However, I believe that it's in my best interest to go ahead, plead guilty.
Gunna and another well-known rapper, Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams, are two of the defendants indicted for charges in violation of the RICO Act. Indictment. They are part of a gang known as Young Slime Life, or YSL. Prosecutors say those named in the indictment have engaged in violent criminal activity in the city for years. Gunna and his legal team released this statement saying, in part, while I have agreed to always be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for.
You see how this nigga just sat up here and lied? He said he has not been interviewed. He's not a witness against anybody. He has basically not told or gave up any information. And we just heard this nigga tell him. He said he witnessed people committing crimes in the furtherance of the gang. He admitted that, you know, he was in the car that day when the guns and drugs was found. It wasn't his. Bessie dropped in a bag on Young Thug. He also said that he hates that his music was used in furtherance of the gang. He admitted that YSL is a gang and he witnessed gang activities while being YSL for like the 6 years. I think they said 2016. And by him admitting guilt to racketeering, which is what they're hitting Thug with, the RICO, and admitting in gang activity, he's doing more and beyond. He's going to be one of the main reasons why Young Thug get railroad. Y'all just pay attention.
Or against any party in the case and have absolutely no intention of being involved in the trial process in any way.
What's
in
good,
exchange
Miguel?
for a guilty plea, attorneys say Gunna will not serve any time in prison. So what does the rapper's future look like? The plea deal sentenced him to 5 years with 1 year to serve in prison. That time was commuted to time served and the balance was suspended. He will need to complete 500 hours of community service, with 350 of those hours talking to young men and women in the community about the dangers of gangs and gang violence. And while Gunna says he did not agree to testify, he can still be called as a witness.
While the state may
You hear that? And I'm pretty sure he will be called as a witness because his testimony that he just gave in court, him admitting all the things he just admitted to and told on, will definitely help the prosecution and the DA case. Without what Gunna just said, it may be a rocky situation for the prosecutor. So I believe he will definitely be called in. Y'all pay attention.
consider this a victory on some level. I think that you're going to see mixed reaction from his fans.
At the Fulton County Jail, I'm Eric Perry, Fox 5 News.
You hear what he just said? He believes that he's going to get mixed reaction from his fans, nigga. You a whole fucking snitch, nigga. Gunna snitch. Pushing please. Pushing please. Pushing please. Pushing please. The nigga's a whole rat, my nigga. But see, Young Thug made the mistake of signing this nigga because this nigga snitched a long time ago. That was exposed. And Thug continued to let this nigga be in his organization, label, whatever the fuck it is. He continued to deal with this nigga. And now Thug has to sit back and deal with the fact that this nigga just told on him and his label or gang or whatever it is in court and can and probably will be called in as a witness against Young Thug. So the StreamYard link is in the chat, y'all. Y'all go ahead and hit that link. Come on up. I want to hear some people's opinions about this shit. You don't have to necessarily agree with me. You may have the same opinion as me. You may have a different opinion than me. Either way it goes, it's all good. This is the Hood on Lock, and I definitely want to hear what some of you guys got to say. Like I said, I don't throw jackets on people like some of these bloggers just to do it. So if I throw a jacket on a nigga, he damn sure can fit it and wear it. We all just heard this nigga tell. That just made the prosecution case stronger against Young Thug because the reality is they always want the top dog. They always want the leader, and that's Young Thug. Now, Gunna is said not to be the only one that's telling, but him being a celebrity figure, you know, one of the top faces of YSL, this definitely has thrown Young Thug under the bus. Now, Young Thug's defense team and lawyers is going to have a hard time proving, one, YSL is not a gang, two, YSL is not participating in racketeering and gang violence, and so on. All because this nigga wants to come home. Now, this is the catch. Due to this, excuse me, due to the situation of what's going on with Young Thug and YSL, right? Gunna can now have his lawyers get him out of his contract with Young Thug. Once your CEO is in prison and you are unable to make money and fulfill your obligation with your contract, or should I say, the label cannot fulfill their obligation as a label, then there's a clause in your contract, I'm sure of, that allows you to get out. Will somebody else sign this rat ass nigga? Shit, I wouldn't, but there's a lot of labels out there that's not gangster, not street. All they care about is money. So I'm sure he'll be able to get signed somewhere else. But just like you heard the lawyer say at the end of the video I just showed you, his fans are going to have mixed emotions, mixed opinions. One set of fans will be happy that he's out. They can continue to listen to his music that he's going to make. And then the other set of fans are going to be like, nigga, you was young slime life, nigga. You supposed to be a thug, nigga. And you told, you snitch ass, nigga. And it seems like in the generation that we live in now, snitches get passes. I mean, just look at YouTube. How many snitch niggas is on YouTube and got a lot of viewers? How many snitches is on YouTube and so-called Crips and Bloods be on a panel giggling and laughing with these niggas? That's not the code, my nigga. That's not what real Crips and Bloods do. I'm starting to believe a lot of these niggas ain't real Crips and ain't real Bloods. I'm really on that type of shit. Like, these niggas on YouTube are not real gangsters. especially if they giggling and hanging out with a nigga who's a whole rat on this motherfucker. And y'all know me, I'm standing on what I say. Can't nobody tell me different. But the topic at hand is Gunna told during the Crime Stopper commercial, so Young Thug should have knew if something ever went down, he would tell again. So do y'all understand when I say a rat will always be a rat and you can't trust a motherfucking rat, period? Y'all see how Young Thug taking a chance on this cat after knowing that he snitched a while ago for his cousin during a Crime Stopper interview that I just showed you guys. Now that shit has came back to hunt Young Thug. So this clearly show you why myself, I don't fuck with rat ass niggas in real life and on YouTube, because they'll come back to haunt you. Young Thug allowed this rat to be in his organization, and boom, look at what happened. So these motherfuckers will definitely on YouTube tell on your ass too, and we seen it time after time. So all you fake ass Crips and Bloods, man, y'all drop y'all fucking rags, especially if you got love for a rat ass nigga. And I'm standing on that shit. Miguel Varner said TMC, the marathon continues. It ain't gonna continue for Young Thug, my nigga. He pretty much is fucked up. Thank you, baby, Missy. I appreciate your donation. You always showing me love. You always sending support, and I appreciate you for that, for real. You know how I feel. First round said him and 6ix9ine about to come out with a new album called Snitch. SNITCH. Sorry niggas, I'm trying to come home. Hey, I like that shit. Hey, shout out to First Man. That nigga said they gonna come out with a joint album together called Snitch. Sorry niggas, I'm trying to come home. Damn. First Fan fucked me up with that one, my nigga. Hey, salute First Fan. This nigga's a fool. Featuring Gunna and Snitched9. Gunna Rat and Snitched9, my nigga. That's what I call that nigga now. Gunna Rat. So Snitch album. Sorry niggas, I'm trying to come home, featuring Gunna Rat and Snitched9, nigga. There we go. Oh shit. Miguel said, good God can look down on a rat and a zesty. I can too. He said, good God can look down on a rat and a zesty. I can too. That nigga Miguel a fool too. God damn. Appreciate everybody tapping in, man. Hit that like button if you're new. Hit that subscribe button. As always, welcome to the hood. If you enjoy the show, please send a donation through via Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Chime, or Zelle. The Hood Unlocked. If you can't find me by using the Hood Unlocked, you can definitely type in the number. Call the number at the bottom of the screen, and you should be able to locate us that way also. Missy said, when people show you who they are, leave them where they are. Real shit, and this is crazy because Missy, she's not from the ghetto. She's not from the hood. And she's more connected to this street shit than these niggas that be seeing cousin blood on this motherfucker. Missy is a citizen. Good person, good woman. I know that for a fact. And it's not just Missy though, because it's a lot of women who I see on YouTube that be standing on shit more than these bitch ass, hoe ass, Crips and Bloods on this motherfucker. Fraud ass, fake ass, China made, watered down ass niggas. So shout out to the ladies, whether you citizen or street, that be keeping that shit real and know what's really going on. That's real shit, Missy. When people show you who you are, you leave them where they are. And he should have left Gunna where he was at on Crime Stoppers, my nigga. Real shit. You see what happened with T.I.? He was on Crime Stoppers, and after that, the nigga admitted he told on the dead, allegedly. If it was the dead. Dope Montana busting up laughing. You like that Gunna Rat and Snitched9 album coming soon? Sorry niggas, I'm trying to come home. Oh shit. YSL Young Snitchery Life. And you know what's so cool about when y'all say that though? Because YSL is Young Thug shit. Young Thug is the one who pretty much is in jeopardy and getting fucked over. Young Thug is the only one that's keeping it real, holding it down, and so far ain't told shit. So when y'all dish YSL like that, remember that that's Young Thug shit. of course, his members are telling on him, but that's still Young Thug's label or whatever it is. So that's why I don't too much diss the YSL name and brand, because I understand that that's fucking Young Thug shit, and unfortunately, he got some ratatouille ass niggas around him. But just like on YouTube, what do we see? A bunch of so-called real niggas around a bunch of ratatouille ass bloggers. YouTube ain't no different from the streets. That's why I move on YouTube the same way I move on the streets, my nigga. First Fam said, release the new single, Run and Tell That, featuring Gunna YSL Snitch. This nigga First Fam on one this morning, nigga. Oh, shit. God damn. When I got a hold of that video yesterday, I got a hold of that video of him telling, after I seen the new news clipping of him saying that he didn't participate, he wasn't interviewed, he didn't say nothing, he's not going to be participating in the case and the trial. So it fucked me up when he released that statement, because I was sick yesterday. I was feeling a little bit under the weather. And because I was feeling a little bit under the weather, even though I wanted to go live yesterday when it first came out, I was like, nah, fuck it. It don't matter whether I go live or tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Nobody I knew of that was speaking on it had that video or audio that I just played you guys. So I was like, well, as long as ain't nobody playing this portion of it, that'll still make my show a hot topic. So shout out to all you dumbass bloggers that jumped on the story and was too stupid to look for the proof of this nigga Gunna rat telling. But anyway, what Miguel say? Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Real shit, Miguel. Real shit, Miguel. He said, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Most likely, if your friends are bums, you're probably a bum too. If your friends are bitch ass niggas, you're probably a bitch ass nigga too. And just like I said on YouTube, if your friends on YouTube are rats, then most likely you are a rat or you will be a rat. And that's just a fact. Mike Martin, West Guilty, folks, appreciate you tapping in. He said T.I. Crime Stopper was even worse than snitching. He encouraging everyone else to report crime. Hey, real shit, Mike. Oh, shit. That shit's crazy. Like, man, I'm so tired of these fake-ass YouTubers and these fake-ass rappers. This shit is irritating the fuck out of me, nigga. Niggas don't know the rules to this Crippin' and Blood shit, but then claiming they the biggest Crippin' Blood in the world, my nigga. Shit be watered down like a motherfucker. Miguel said, first, let's go. Yeah, First Fam on one this morning. You know, it's all love over here, Mike, man. You know, I see you drag niggas, and I respect how you get down, man. You know how it is. I fuck with you, man, to otherwise. So, do you guys agree with me or disagree with me that Young Thug has to take some part of the blame for this? Because it was many years ago, it was released that Gunna had did a Crime Stopper interview, which I also showed you in this live, where he told on a nigga that killed somebody to try to save his cousin. His cousin took the charge. His cousin didn't tell. I don't know if his cousin still is in jail or not, but his cousin was the one that was doing the time for this crime. And his cousin still didn't tell. He sat there like a G and took it over the head. But Gunna decided to take matters into his own hands. And I don't know if he contacted Crime Stoppers or Crime Stoppers contacted him, but he gave an interview clearly saying his group member, I believe they said cousin, was not the killer. It was the other dude. He even said the nigga name. So Young Thug, what was you thinking signing a nigga like this and letting a nigga like this surround you? So at some point, Young Thug has to take blame in his own demise because he knew and allowed this motherfucker around him. Miguel said, I haven't had friends for 25 years on my mama. You know what, man? Ever since I was snitched on by my cousin, I don't really believe in that friendship word either because I feel like, damn, if your family will trade on you and snitch on you, my nigga, anybody will, my nigga. So I don't trust nobody. I don't even trust the women that I deal with. I've seen a lot of women tell on their baby daddies, their boyfriends, their husbands, because at the end of the day, they can always replace you. They can always find a new baby daddy, boyfriend, or a husband. So I don't even trust women. So even when I was in the streets and doing illegal activity, I would never let my girlfriend at the time know exactly what I was doing. Now, obviously, she knew to a certain extent what I was doing, but I try to keep as much of it away from her as possible to one, protect her from prosecution, but also to protect myself from her telling on me. You know what I'm saying? But that's when you raise a certain way, you got the right role models in your life. They teach you this shit where these niggas on the internet, they ain't got no code, no rules, no order. They just claiming what they claiming and doing what the fuck they want to do. And there's some dangerous motherfuckers, and I don't want to fuck with none of them type of niggas. First fam said, watch him and T.I. gonna do a Crime Stopper together. Hey, for real, the Gunna and Clifford Crime Stopper commercial. That shit crazy. That nigga clearly told, excuse me, that nigga clearly told years ago on Crime Stoppers, and now we fast forward to Young Thug YSL case. Nigga told like a motherfucker. Gunna was already on the news telling on a guy because they had his cousin locked up years ago. Exactly, that's what I was just talking about. And I also showed that clip. All of my friends are caliber and have kickback. Hey, real shit, McGill. Like Tupac said, it's just me and a girlfriend, me and my girlfriend. That nigga Gunna rap was pushing please, pushing please. He stitching like MHB, MHB, he pushing please, pushing please, snitching like MHB, MHB. What Missy talking about? She said, everybody ain't your friend. Oh no, you said it backwards, boo. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't your friend. Oh, maybe I said it wrong. But yeah, she hit me with the Mo 3 though. Get fucked up and get fucked up. Just hold down and keep silent. When you're not around, protect your name. Won't let them speak around about you. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't your friend. Shout out to Missy with the Mo 3 quote. First found said, facts, Miguel. Right. So I want you guys to let me know, man. How much, due to this nigga Gunna snitching in the Crime Stopper shit, how much blame do you put on Young Thug for this? That's just like me. If I was to hang out with a nigga like Most Hated Blogger, right, knowing he's a rat, what the fuck? Somebody cash out me again? I know I heard that motherfucker go off. But anyway, if I was to hang out with a nigga like Most Hated Blogger in the streets, and I'm already aware he's on YouTube snitching, I would have to take some blame if he told on me. I have to. Because as a real street nigga that's really from this shit, ain't no fake in me, I can't ignore the fact that this nigga done told on everybody on YouTube. He has the FBI on speed dial, including their email, and he wishes jail on everybody. So for me to hang out with this nigga in the streets, if something happened he told on me, I definitely got to take some of that blame, my nigga, because I knew better. As a real street nigga, as a real gangster, there's no way in hell I'm supposed to be affiliated with this nigga, even on some music shit. Especially if we doing shit within our music organization that this nigga can tell on. My nigga Miguel said Young Thug is 78% blame. Okay, I can respect that. Definitely respect that, my nigga, because like I said, the whole world knew Gunna was a rat. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't throw jackets on niggas prematurely, but this whole time when the shit went down and Gunna was trying to get out, he kept getting denied, I already had told myself it was just a matter of time before this nigga told. I just knew it. You sitting up in there, nigga, with no woman, no money, no lifestyle. Everything that you just accomplished was taken from you. You have a history already of telling on shit. What you thought this nigga was gonna do? I was just sitting back waiting for it to happen because, like I said over here at the Hood on Lock, we don't throw jackets on niggas prematurely though. And as you heard at the end of the news clipping, they can call Gunna in as a star witness against Young Thug. Mike Martin said, I remember Clifford the Big Red Dog. I never read Clifford the Snitch Tell All. Oh, shit. Y'all niggas on T.I., y'all, but this is about Gunna snitching right now. I feel y'all on T.I. snitching, my nigga, and I don't respect that nigga either. But the show today is about Gunna rat, y'all, so let's try to stay close or stay on topic with the Gunna rat, you feel me? Or any of the affiliations to this YSL shit. First Fam said that part. And again, for those that don't know how this court shit go, besides Gunna snitching, just him accepting the fucking, and I'm gonna tell you something, just him accepting the deal that he took to racketeering and gang affiliation, that had already put Young Thug in a hole. Just him accepting that deal. Because now they're gonna look at it, well, and one of the members said he's part of the gang, and one of the members say he was involved in racketeering, then obviously the rest of these motherfuckers must be lying. And my thing is this: Gunna's so square, so much of a bitch ass, snitch ass nigga. I don't even think he was part of the racketeering part. If it was a racketeering part, if it was, I don't think he was a part of that. So for you to plead guilty to racketeering, and again, this is just my personal opinion, I don't think you had anything or was any part of that portion of the shit. Then what the fuck? You purposely is throwing Young Thug under the bus. But then he made that statement. He didn't say nothing. He didn't do nothing because he know niggas will retaliate. Y'all remember back when allegedly Young Thug had an issue with Lil Wayne? Lil Wayne bus got shut up by Pee Wee Roscoe, who then was dumb as fucking called Birdman and Young Thug right after it was done, still on the same freeway it happened at. So niggas know Young Thug ain't playing in the YSL. Certain members ain't playing. So he tried to throw that lie ass statement out there, my nigga. I guess he didn't think at some point the shit was gonna come out as fast as it did. And you know, when it comes to high profile cases, man, ain't nothing fucking secret, ain't nothing safe. Somebody aired his ass out and dropped that video quick as fuck. That nigga Miguel said, I hated Clifford because of that. This shit's crazy, y'all. So if you are a Young Thug fan, y'all definitely need to pray for this man. It's not looking good for Young Thug. On top of that, I believe he still has a murder charge floating above his head. And I believe niggas is telling on the murder charge as well. So it's not looking good for Young Thug, man. I don't think he's going to be able to wiggle his way out of here. I do believe that Gunna will be seen again in court testifying against Young Thug off the stuff he just stated, maybe more. And unless Young Thug got some dead people he could tell on, I don't see him getting out of this. I just don't. I just don't, my nigga. It looks like Young Thug is probably gonna end up with life or something that's pertaining a whole lot of motherfucking years. That's why I tell y'all watch and pay attention to the niggas that are cool with rats, even on YouTube. Because if you cool with a rat on YouTube, you'll be cool with a rat in the streets. And if you cool with rats in the streets, you might just tell on me. You feel me? Missy said, I wonder if more people will what? Change? Oh, charged? Oh. Well, they already got a bunch of the members. But the thing is this, though. It's not just Gunna Rap. We're hearing that it's multiple YSL members that's telling. So like I said, Young Thug is, man, he's fucked. He's fucked, my nigga. When you got your own organization or label, whatever they calling it, and there's multiple people telling on you, they're gonna just deal with the fuck he did, you're fucked. Young Thug will have to have a hell of a lawyer that can maybe find some loopholes or something to get him out of this shit. But me personally, being through the courts and the judicial system and being in jail, I don't see Young Thug getting out of this shit. Shit's not right. Hoe ass niggas just telling on niggas. Shit really not fair. Young Thug gave this nigga a platform for him to be successful. Without Young Thug, nobody probably would have signed this nigga. He wouldn't have had the money that he has. He wouldn't have had the opportunity that he has. But that shit means nothing to a bitch ass nigga. That shit means nothing to a rat. Perfect example, Pookie, most hated blogger. He'll tell on niggas, talk shit about niggas, tell you your donations ain't shit because to a rat, niggas don't give a fuck. Life goes on, they can move on to the next person to milk off of. And that's exactly what we seeing with Gunna Rap. So you're starting to notice too with Pookie, a lot more bloggers, supposed to be real niggas, street niggas, are attaching themselves to him for views and opportunity, even though we all know he got robots. It's the same shit. A bitch ass nigga will always be a bitch ass nigga. A hoe ass nigga will always be a hoe ass nigga. And like I told y'all before, y'all stop letting these so-called Crips and Bloods make y'all think they Crips and Bloods because they say cuz out their mouth or they say blood out their mouth. Anybody can say cuz or blood. Anybody can make a logo with a Crip or Blood sign on it. Anybody can put on a blue or red rag. We seen MHB do it and a few other bitch ass niggas do it. But just know one thing. Real gangsters stand for something. Real gangsters got morals, principles, rules, code, and so on. So when you hear niggas say he a Crip or a Blood, and he's standing on the opposite of that, you can't help but know motherfucking fake. I am Sincere Official, you guys, and as always, I'd like to welcome you guys to the Hood on Lock. I might go live a little later in a few minutes. I don't know. Put on how I feel. Y'all make sure you got that notification on all. And I'd like to welcome you motherfuckers to the Hood on Lock. I love y'all, and I'll holler at y'all next time. And y'all stay away from these rats in the streets. And y'all stay away from them rats on YouTube. I'm out this bitch and I'm standing on it. Peace.
What's up? I'm rocking with Snitch, and I'd like to welcome you to the Hood on